Hey, Shalom, Shalom, all praises, glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachah, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, and to the elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations to the elect. I'm your brother Makolat from the Great Millstone Jamaica camp, and another lesson to feed the potential electrical spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And I want to speak on CBDCs, man. Central banking digital currency, and this is the perfect time. I think that we should be speaking about it, because more than ever we are now seeing where they're pushing that narrative. Now they are starting to educate the people, like right here in Jamaica, about CBDCs, and I have an article here that I want to touch into. And today my father and I basically went to help a brother get some work done, and while I was on my way back, he was basically we was having a discussion about the current government administration, and basically he was a bit upset that he doesn't see anything getting better, and it doesn't matter if the other power or the other party came in power. Basically it's still the same. That's what he was basically saying, that he's not seeing any difference. There's no change, and the system, he was basically getting upset about the system of digital currencies, about what money, why is money digital? Money can't be digital. And I was explaining to him what is money versus what is a currency. And I was explaining to him that paper, cash, is really a currency, it's not money. And I was explaining all this thing to him, and he was saying, then what about the small man that went to his farm and he planting, and he want to sell his neighbor? What he's gonna do? He's gonna have to get a card and whatever. The convenience of cash is not for him, whatever. And I was explaining to him that, look, the powers that be, they don't care about that. You care about that because you're first thing first, you're a Jake, and you're on the law, and you know how we function here. But the powers that be, really, they don't care about that. It's all for themselves, man. To them, we are just useless eaters, and they're trying to depopulate the earth. And he understands what I'm saying, but he can't really accept it, because he's saying, why is it that our government is actually listening to these men? And I'm going into history. I was doing everything to try to break this shit down to him. Like, look, bro, we're gonna be sanctioned. We don't have a military. I went into the depth of it. Ultimately, it is being done by our power, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Why? Because we have sinned against him. Anyway, let's jump into the article. CBDC explained, right? Recently, Minister of Finance Dr. Nigel Clark announced, right? Bear with me, so lucky I'm not feeling so well in my throat, yeah? Says, announced that the Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, would pilot its central banking digital currency, CBDC, which it has been piloted already. So this article is a bit in the back, but nevertheless the information is useful, right? It says, oh my bad. Well, where was I? Okay, will pilot its central banking digital currency, CBDC. It says this move by the BOJ represent, bear with me as I'm driving, represent, and I know I'm not behaving stupid. I know brothers do listen, don't drive and whatever, but my place is a bit lonely, so whatever, It says this move by the BOJ represents a significant transformation and game-changing effort that will be substantial underpinning the Jamaica's journey to becoming a digital society. So what does CBDCs mean for our consumers and businesses, right? So your once favorite prime minister, he always speaking about Jamaica lagging behind in a digital world, whatever. Because he went to Davos, he got told what to do, he got the memo, and he's just following suit, man, as the puppet as he is. So let's go down. He says, in short, CBDC is the digital version of what we know as paper money and will have value directly equivalent to its paper counterpart. And that's a lie, man. Let me tell you that first, that's a lie. Because all these currencies are gonna fail. Yeah? Really, when these CBDCs really get rolled out, all currencies that are now, whether it's the dollar, the ruble, the ruby, whatever, is gonna fail, man. So this is gonna be different. It's gonna be a digital tokens under the guise of UBIs, universal basic income. Anyway, it says more importantly, it is regulated and is issued by the BOJ, and which is the Bank of Jamaica, and will be considered legal tender. And it is legal tender, and that's the reason why they're using a system like link system, you know, which the blockchain technology really, and they have joined your when people send money through MoneyGram to you using the link system, which is CBDCs, you know, basically, well, not really CBDCs, but the link system, you know, that's what the CBDC is supposed to be used on, the blockchain, right? So they're getting people to be familiar with the system. So instead of going to a remittance outlet, it would just go straight to your account, and you can just pull it from an ATM, which now we see there's a problem with ATMs being robbed and shit. So all of this is not happening coincidentally, it's happening by design to get a specific we call it agenda on the forefront, right? It says Jamaica is not the first country in the region to look into the issuance of CBDC. Today, Eastern Caribbean Central Bank launches its digital cash, a digital currency first announced in 2019 as a pilot CBDC project with Barbados-based fintech company BIT. In October of last year, the Central Bank of Bahamas introduced the $1 as the digital legal currency equivalent to the traditional Bahamian dollar, making it the first of its kind in the world to have been fully developed, right? But at the end of the day, you'd notice that all these countries, they are doing the same thing. You understand? And really, this system, you know, is a centralized system, which I'm gonna get some scripture now because I've been reading and speaking too much. But this system is a centralized system, which when you really understand it, it brings you back to this scripture here, Revelation. Let's get it, man. The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 15. Once you understand the system, it says Revelation 13 verse 15, my bad. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So first, what is the beast? That's NATO and the EU, right? And the image is the system. This system that they are bringing forth, that's the image. Yeah. It says, verse 16, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that mark from the Greek charagma, some say charagma, yeah, mean an imprinted mark, yeah, which is the microchip, yeah, which is going to be inserted under the skin. So that's what he's speaking about. Now, that the Jamaican government rolled out a new ID called NIDS, which to fully have the CBDCs working function or working capability, you have to have a new ID system, a digital ID system, which they have been sensitizing the people from 2011 under the administration of what's his name again, Bruce Colin, about the NIDS, National Identification System, right? And one thing that they have said is that you're going to receive a 9-digit number tagged to you. You remember that what you call it, a movie Hitman 47? You're going to have a number tagged to you, not a name. Well, you're going to have a name, but more importantly, a number. Yeah? And that number is supposed to be issued to you from birth to death, and there's nobody else to be born after you, as they have said, to have that number. Yeah, that's what they said. So that number is only meant to be given you and you only, birth to death. That's what they said, right? So when you have that ID system and that number, you can now function on the blockchain, yeah, using your ID system. So these CBDCs is going to be given to you because you have that number. It's simple. They are going to merge this together now as one. And that's the reason why you see so much banks being hit out here in Jamaica. So much ATMs, my bad, being hit. Shootings and whatever. Putting ideas in people's head because they want to put a scare on the people. They want to bring forth a scare. Yo, who that? Or a shopper? Eh? Who that then? Yo, look a bit. Lucky. I thought I was shopper. See? Just show me off, man. Fucking nigga, man. Ah, shit. Anyway, back to the scripture. Revelation 13 verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So without that system, without that ID, yeah, without that tagging, without that digital tag, you're not going to be able to make any form of transaction. You're not going to be able to buy or sell. You understand? Any at all. So therefore, now they're about to get rid of whatever currency the people are using. And I'm mostly speaking to the people of Jamaica, because I know that a lot of you are ignorant, man. Most of you are ignorant to what's really taking place in the world or in the country that you live in, because you're caught up. You're basically caught up with the cares of this life, man. You're caught up with this world, man. And it's really gonna bite you in the ass, man. Sorry to say, but you know, it's gonna bite you in the ass, man. You know, and the system is gonna creep up on a lot of you like a thief in the night, like literally, like a thief in the night, because he wasn't diligent. When JIS or PBC or whatever is holding their meetings and these things, you ain't watching that, man, because that is not Skillybeg or Valiant speaking about Guzo or Budu Chopper or whatever. You understand? But they're doing it, and they're doing it right before your eyes, man. Anyway, verse 18 says, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. And stigma, the last 6, I think it means incision by a sharp object, and that object is gonna be what? The needle to pierce your skin, yeah, to put that digital device under the skin to acquire that number, so that you could basically be a part of the system. So cash is gonna be done away with, you know. What else? You know, banking. This banking system is gonna be done away with. You know, life as you know it is about to be done away with. And one might say, oh, well, people always say that is not in our time, but you're stupid because it's already happening. You know, so most definitely in your time. Anyway, I hope that this lesson has been able to find one. I reach my destination, inshallah, man.